I've recently been getting more and more into thrifting, so I'm so excited for today because we're about to experience it on a whole new level.
And over in London, I'll be checking out the power of saving unwanted clothes from landfill.
Shopping secondhand was really my first small step to becoming a more responsible consumer. I caught up with Christina to compare stories.
My love of secondhand clothes really peaked about 10 years ago when I did this really crazy challenge where every day for a whole year I wore other people's discarded clothing. And I'm talking about going into the depths, the bowels of used clothes sorting facilities.
What was the most surprising item you found?
I found so many surprising things in these warehouses, and I proved that you can go from skiing, your kid's birthday party, runway shows, wearing other people's cast-offs, and it just made me realize how people, unfortunately, get rid of their clothes way too soon. Yeah, what about you?
I think I really got into it kind of recently because I create a ton of content. I was trying to keep up with the trends and always show new things. It started to not only get very expensive for me, but also costly for the environment. So then I decided to challenge myself and try and find these trendy items in the secondhand shops. So I found it quite helpful to come up with a plan of what I'm looking for, whether it be in terms of color palette or fabrics. And then as I found things, I gained confidence with it and got really into it.
My number one tip would be to really look for good quality fabrics. So really feel the texture, the thickness, look at the seams, look at the quality of the garment, and have a bit of fun.
And for designers who want to be more sustainable, secondhand clothing offers them quality materials that are both affordable and readily available.
I continue the sourcing journey with Psy, who plans to reconstruct secondhand suit jackets for her collection. Oh, wow.
Yeah, here's the menswear.
Oh, so what are you looking for? What's step one?
Step one is finding a dark color. Oh, this one. This is 100% wool.
Oh, okay. Perfect. That's what you're looking for, right?
Yeah.
So number one is color. Number two is check the fabric.
Yeah. The cutting is good.
Cutting's good, suitable for
Yeah.
you. Oh, sounds good. Looks like you found a really good item.
Yeah.
Wow, that wasn't so hard.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
You got it. Did I mention I love thrifting? As Psy settles the bill, I have a browse. Oh, I really like these actually. They look really cool. Oh, and they have vest versions too. Vests are super in right now. So cute. And you can find really unique pieces that nobody else has, and there's so much life left in them. I'm so happy that people didn't just throw them away. I was blown away when I found out the resources that go into making our clothes. Check out the breakdown of just one pair of traditionally made jeans. Wait, what? And around 1.2 billion pairs of new jeans are produced each year. By donating your clothes, it keeps these resources out of landfill and back in the fashion loop.
This circular economy is really the goal of the fashion industry, as it stops the reliance on our scarce natural resources to make new clothes.
What I want to advocate to consumers is that when you buy something, really think about why you're buying it. Where is it going to go when you don't need it anymore as well? I think now when you pick a person out of the street and you ask them, they are understanding that fast fashion is bad and you shouldn't just buy and throw and buy and throw. I do think it's changing, and it's changing for the better.
How often do you shop?
Honestly, quite a lot. Like probably at least once a week, I'd say. But I go to more kind of like fast fashion brands, but I definitely am trying to go to more charity shops with like thrift shopping. Not only is it a lot more affordable, but sometimes you can find better quality stuff. and like more variety.
I quite enjoy trawling through a charity shop when I've got time. Some people give away fantastic stuff, don't they, that they've maybe worn once before or whatever.
Personally, I've not bought new clothes for maybe 10 years. Everything I own has been used by someone else. There are too many clothes in the world.
Christina!
I met up with finalist Kristina to learn about her fashion philosophy.
What are you up to?
I'm actually sketching for my 4th design and just developing some ideas.
Beautiful sketches. So talk me through your inspiration.
During the pandemic, I spent quite a lot of time with my family back in Lithuania, and my mother still decorated tables with old crochet table placemats. For me, it somehow felt that those placemats store memories and ideas we used to share at the dinner table. And there's still so many of them discarded and not in use anymore. So to save this textile and reuse it for a new purpose, it is very inspiring. I'm using zero waste, upcycling and reconstruction for all of my garments. We need to reverse the effects we are having on the beautiful planet we live on, and we should be focusing on quality, longevity and stories, so you can authentically show part of your personality.
I remember myself being as a kid buying second-hand clothing because it's even better quality than those fast fashion brands. Even by that time, and I didn't know those words, fancy words, which was sustainability and responsible consumption. I just did it.
I love Christina's viewpoint that so many stories are contained in our well-loved garments and textiles, and that those stories make us bond with the clothes we wear, and hence we will keep them for longer.
Here's TRAID. Hope you're going to enjoy it.
I take her to the other side of town to a warehouse full of 1,000 stories waiting for a new life.
Christina, yeah, not too bad. How are you?
TRAID, like Redress, is a charity working tirelessly to stop clothes from being thrown away.
This is a process, obviously, you have to get the clothes in first. The clothes come from either textile banks or a home collection. In a month, it's about 200 tons.
TRAID turns clothing waste into funds and resources to reduce the environmental and social impact of our clothes.
So these are all waiting to be sorted,
These are waiting to be sorted. Further up there is our sorters. They look through everything, pick what they can for the shops.
That's really cool. So the people up there sorting, they really know their fashion.
Indeed. So we have training for the sorters. They're looking out for specific brands, specific styles. They have shops across London, so the ones in Dalston would be stocked different to the ones in, say, Westbourne Grove.
Yeah.
And that's part of what we do as a charity in terms of our shop specifically. Every single penny we raise in terms of fundraising goes to improve the conditions of workers working in the textile industry.
What would you say for the consumer who are over-consuming?
I would say that it might take a little bit more searching than be able to go into one of the fast fashion shops, but the stock is there, there's quality stuff, there's really unique stuff that you can find if you have a look at charity shops like ours.
Organisations like TRAID make massive inroads into putting unwanted clothes back to use. But the harsh reality is, supply is far greater than demand. There are millions of tons of unwanted clothes that can't be resold, piling up around the world. We just need to drastically slow down our consumption of new clothes because, let's face it, there are just way too many new clothes being produced every year.
If this year has taught us anything, it's that there's a distinction between the things we want and the things we actually need.
And it's not just our fashion consumption habits that contribute to the post-consumer waste mountain.
In the UK alone, 1.4 million school uniforms are thrown away every single year. British-based finalist Lili Sipeki tapped into this huge waste stream to create her multifunctional and customizable collection called Reuniform.
Having lots of school-age children in the family and just seeing how much waste is created by thrown out uniforms inspired me to create this collection and try help solve the issue. I made a flyer and sent it out to local schools, and loads of them got in touch with me, so I managed to collect loads of school uniforms and turn them into multifunctional and practical garments that are far from conventional.
Lili's collection is so beautiful. Her illustrations blew me away.
The garments are designed to be fastened with laces, so no hardwares like zips or buttons are required, which makes them easier to recycle. And the ties also allow the garments to be resized and adjusted, fitting to different body sizes. My concept is quite scalable with this continuous base source, which could definitely solve the issue of this excess uniform waste. The biggest challenge has definitely been time, like doing an MA course while also producing my redress collection has been a bit of a challenge to manage, but it's definitely been worth it.
Next time on Frontline Fashion. After a rush to complete their collections, the designers' pieces make it to Hong Kong and preparations for the grand final begin, including my search for a pre-loved outfit to wear to the big night.